Hello everyone. Inheritance is one of the most essential concepts in Java. In this video, I will talk about inheritance. Inheritance in Java allows one class to inherit the properties and methods of another class. The class that is inherited from is known as the superclass or parent class, while the class that inherits is known as the subclass or child class. Inheritance is implemented using the extends keyword in Java. Inheritance allows for code reusability and can make your code more organized and efficient. A subclass can access all non-private members of its superclass, including fields and methods. A subclass can also override methods of its superclass to provide a different implementation. A class can only have one direct superclass but can implement multiple interfaces. The super keyword is used to refer to the members of the superclass within the subclass. The object class is the root of the class hierarchy in the Java and is the superclass of all the other classes. The instance of operator can be used to determine if an object is an instance of a particular class or its subclass. Now we have almost all the points about inheritance. I will go to my Eclipse and do some coding to demonstrate inheritance. Let us get started. Okay. Inheritance in Java allows one class to inherit the properties and methods of another class. This is our first point. What does it mean? Okay, so for this I'm going to write a sample code and then you will get to know what this particular point exactly means. Okay, so I'm going to create a class. Say that class A, then class B, now we have created two classes, class A and class B. I want B class to be extended by B class should extend A. Okay, so in this case we call B class as subclass or child class and A class as parent class because we are extending class A. Okay, so that is what inheritance in Java allows one class to inherit the properties and methods of another class. The properties and method whatever we have in this class A will be also inherited in class B. Okay, so let me show you what does it mean. Say that I can give any property. Say I will write something name. Now this property name will be also inherited in class B. That is what we are saying, that whatever the properties and methods are available in class A will be also available in class B. So we are inheriting all the properties and methods. For example, another, say that we have a method called say hello Now in class B, I will have all these properties, I mean the name and say hello in this class B, because B extends A. So we are getting all the things here. Okay, this is the first point that we talked about. Inheritance in Java allows one class to inherit the properties and methods of another class. Okay, let's go to the next point. The class that is inherited from is known as the superclass or parent class, while the class that inherits is known as the subclass or child class. So we have already explained that. That means class A is called superclass, class B is called subclass or child class, because this extends this one. Okay, so the third point, inheritance is implemented using the extends keyword in Java. Okay, we are using extends keyword. So extend is a keyword in Java. We'll be covering up the keyword section in another video. So as of now, you just consider that extend is a keyword in Java, and we use this keyword when we need inheritance. Okay, the next point, inheritance allows for code reusability and can make your code more organized and efficient. Okay, using inheritance we can reuse our code. For example, we have this property name and say hello, so those will be also inherited here. So in this way we are going to reuse the code whatever is available in class A. All right. Okay, next point, a subclass can access all non-private members of its superclass including fields and methods. So I have already talked about that the subclass can inherit all the properties and methods. Remember, this is applicable only if the method or properties are public. If it is private, then it won't be inherited in class B. So this is the default modifier. It has a default modifier, so it will be inherited in class B. Okay, the next point, a subclass can also override method of its superclass to provide different implementation. Okay, since we are inheriting all the information from class A to B, so we can provide some more class specific implementation. For example, say that we have a method called say hello, and we can write the same thing again here with different variation. What does it mean? We are inheriting this say hello in class B, and also we are overriding that same method. We are giving our own implementation. Okay, next point, a class can only have one direct superclass but can implement multiple interfaces. Okay, a class can extend only one class. Multiple extend is not possible in Java. For example, say that we have a class C. We cannot write something A C, or we cannot write this is not allowed. In Java we can extend only one class at a time. Okay, but this can be done in different way using interface. So in interface you can implement multiple interface in your a class can implement multiple interface. In that way you can mimic the multiple inheritance concept. I'll talk about inheritance in other class and other videos. The next point is the super keyword is used to refer to the members of the superclass with the subclass. Okay, now say that I want to refer this thing inside say hello. How I'm going to refer? Using super keyword, super name. Can you see that? Okay, so if I need to refer anything from the main, from the superclass or parent class, then we can use super keyword. Okay, the next point, the object class is the root of the class hierarchy in Java and is the superclass of all the other classes. Okay, in Java every object has parent class or superclass. That class is nothing but object class. Okay, that object class is available inside. For example, I can show that import statement. It is inside Java lang package. So this particular statement is import statement is not necessary because by default compiler will add these things. What I'm trying to say that whenever you write any class or any object, especially the object, that object, say that a class that you have class A here, so by default it will extend object class this one object. So A has a superclass or parent class object, this one. Similarly B extends A. Okay, A has a superclass object, B also has a superclass object. All right, so this is what this point means. The instance of operator can be used to determine if an object is an instance of a particular class or its subclass. Okay, say that I have a instance of B here, B, then some variable new, then I am creating instance variable of class B. Now if I want to check whether, so in complex programming sometime you need to check a instance variable whether it is instance of particular class or not. So that time you can use this thing, some variable instance of B. So if this instance variable is instance of B, then it will be printed. So if I run this code, see, you can see it here. Now you might be thinking that can I use something else like A here? That is also possible because practically class B is also like class A, so it will give true and this particular statement will be printed. Or I can write something here. So the class B, if I create an object of class B, that means it is instance of B as well as is a type of A class also, an instance of A. You can see it here that whether it is an instance of A or not, so it shows that it is true. But you cannot compare or you cannot use instance of which is outside of the hierarchy. For example, say that you want to compare or you want to use instance of using, say that in main, because it shows error is because of that this particular B class is not associated with main class in hierarchy in the sense B does not inherit anything from main class, and that is the reason that I cannot use that instance of in this case. So I can use some variable instance of either B or A. So that's it for this particular session. I hope that you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video.